It is the 30th today, Sunday, September 30th. We are headed to Denver, then Salt Lake, then Reno. We're all packed up, got the car loaded up behind me. Gonna be a lot of tattooing of fish and catching fish, hopefully, on this trip. We're out here in Hays, Kansas. We've been driving all day, so we figured we'd stop and stretch our legs. Katie is freezing cold. It's cold here. It's probably 30 degrees colder than Fayetteville. But her jacket's buried in luggage, so she's wearing the blanket. Be looking good though. We made it to Colorado. We're at the 11-mile reservoir. It's called the Dream Stream. We're gonna try to catch kokanee salmon. Bean is ready. I'm kidded, I'm very excited. I've never been here, so it's all new to me. It looks so awesome. Kokanee are such cool fish. I've never got to be one. We met a couple of guys on the water who tipped us on to a less pressured fishery nearby that was full of small browns and rainbows. Today's the first tattooing day of the trip. I'll be working at Art with Heart in Aurora, Colorado. I have a very busy day today. We're gonna stop by scent fly fishing first though in Littleton. I recently painted a skateboard for them for some art project they're doing, and so we're gonna drop that off, pick up some flies and stuff for the trip, and then go to work. Man, I love coming to Art with Heart Tattoo. This is one of my favorite shops in the country. I've been coming here for 7 years. It's a wonderful store. It's beautiful. It's covered in hand-painted artwork, and my Denver clientele is pretty hard to beat. There's so many passionate people who just want to get awesome fishing tattoos and talk about fishing. I can't think of a better place. Pretty much everyone who works at this shop also paints their asses off, so I always leave feeling extremely motivated. We left Denver this morning. We're driving to Salt Lake City, so we're driving all the way across Wyoming today. And we figured we would break up our drive with a little bit of fishing. So I looked online, found a river that we were going to be passing right over. We had to drive 6 minutes out of the way to pull over at this river, and there's like 40-mile-an-hour winds happening. We can barely fish, so we're trying to tuck in behind these bushes. Found a few fish, got on a couple good ones. Really, really, really beautiful brown trout here. They're just gorgeous brown trout. Katie got a nice fish, I got a nice fish, we're leaving happy. And now onward to Salt Lake City and food. Second stop of the trip is Lost Art Tattoo in Salt Lake City. This is my first time guesting at the shop, also my first time ever tattooing in Utah. Really beautiful shop, it's very rooted in Salt Lake City's tattoo history, so I'm really happy to be a part of it. Met a lot of awesome people in Salt Lake, got to do a lot of really fun fishing tattoos. 2 days just wasn't enough time to spend here. I cannot wait to come back for the convention in February. Leaving Salt Lake and headed to Reno. I got told about a really great tiger trout fishery that was only a couple 100 miles out of the way. I am sworn to secrecy on the name of this place, so if you know it, please don't leave it in the comments. I would like to be respectful to the person who told me about it. Yes!
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Holy shit!
Good.
But look at you, sunshine, baby sunshine, coming right out of you, right into my eyes, and I can't help but look at you.
The last stop of the trip is Pale Horse Tattoo in Reno, Nevada. This is my first time tattooing in Reno. It's a really nice shop full of taxidermy. Everyone who works here was very kind to us, and they put us up in a small apartment on top of the shop, which was an added bonus. Right across the street right here on this wall is a mural made by my friend Kyler, who lives up in the Portland, Seattle area. He's back and forth between there, so it was just a really neat surprise to see that there as well. I saw it when we pulled up yesterday. Tattooing here has been good. We're about to go fishing and check out the Truckee River, which runs right through town. Wish us luck. We ended up driving right past the Truckee River and headed straight out to Pyramid Lake. If you're not familiar with Pyramid Lake, it's a massive lake full of massive lahot and cutthroat. It is beautiful and vast and very difficult to fish if you're a newcomer. Being our first time here, we would have been at a loss, but luckily for us, my buddies Casey and Morgan of Pyramid Fly Company took us out on the water, let us use their pontoons, showed us around, showed us how to fish. They were great hosts, and they put us on a few nice fish. Right here, you're good to go. We cut our time a little short at Pyramid so that we could head over to Truckee and visit my friend Cody. Cody really only has one speed, and it's pedal to the metal. He is a balls to the wall guy. He was always ready to go do something, ready to go out in the woods, ready to go hiking, ready to go fishing, ready to go camping. And he was kind of a adventure tour guide for us through the Truckee area.
Made our claim past the northern skyline. Kiss the moon, push on through the year.
Cody took us to a stream in the woods that was as beautiful as it was fishless. So we ended up leaving and headed to a small river nearby that was supposed to have a good kokanee salmon run.
Water's cold, but the city was much colder. Hearts of men clouded by their grief. We can't leave pieces of us back there. Take with us all that we need.
The next morning we drove straight across Nevada to try to get to Utah in order to catch grayling before the sun went down.
Come on, guy. Come on.
That was a really good one.
He was beautiful.
It is Sunday morning. We're on the last leg of our trip. We are in Utah today, headed home. We'll be in Colorado tonight. We're gonna fish a few more spots. Today we're going to check out the Strawberry Reservoir with a local fishing guide named Jake Smith, who has been kind enough to, or is going to show us around, which is really nice of him to do. So we're gonna make the best of it. Bean over here is, let's see, look right there, looking sweet. Hopefully today will pan out and hopefully we'll get some nice fish.
Sweet.
Okay.
Very cool. Good fish.
Ready?
Sweet.
We detoured through Steamboat Springs on the way home. I put up an Instagram story saying where do we eat and fish. We were told Creekside Cafe, Fish Creek, and the Yampa that runs right through town. At Fish Creek, I stepped through the ice and soaked my foot. Went back to the car fishless, cold, and sad. But the Yampa made up for that. The Yampa is a beautiful cookie cutter trout stream. I don't know why anyone would ever want to fish anywhere else. We met up with a local guide named Jeremy Gilmer, who showed us his favorite stretch of water and put us on some nice fish.
She said we didn't see a thing. We said we didn't see a thing. And father left at 8, nearly splintering the gate. Cold-blooded old time.
Then it was time to head home.
Cold-blooded old time. Cold-blooded old time. The type of memories that turn your bones to glass. Turn your bones to glass.
So we've been home from the trip for a couple weeks and I'm finally getting around to editing this video, and I wanted to take a second to say thank you to everyone who got tattooed, anyone who allowed me to tattoo at their shop, everyone who took us fishing. It was a really great trip. Thank you to Fayette Chill for sending us with a bunch of awesome gear. Just a big thanks to everyone. I have ambition to tattoo and fish on the road way more often, and I couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you so much.